Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. I made this card with the Stampin Blends and alcohol and added some heat embossing on there as well. I made this one for a recent Creative Colour challenge with Petal Pink, Balmy Blue and Starry Sky, I think. And I just described in my blog what I had done, and someone has asked me if I would do a video, so I thought I'd already done one on this technique, but I haven't. I did an in-person class on the technique, which is obviously what I've been thinking about. So I'm going to change it up. I am going with Orchid Oasis, and the blends that I'm using are Dark Orchid Oasis, Dark Tahitian Tide and Dark Sweet Sorbet. I'm just using dark because it's a bit more of an intense colour, and it should react better. So I've got a piece of vellum that's slightly larger than I need it to be. It's slightly larger than my card base, and I'm just gonna scribble colour on in sections. Okay, this is gonna be messy. It's gonna have a messy grid sheet. Too bad. Okay, so colour number 1. I'm going Tahitian Tide next. And I'll do this section. Just getting plenty of ink on there to play around with. And finally, bottom section, Orchid Oasis. Oh. Gosh, this reminds me of an ice cream I used to have when I was a child. It had sprinkles on the top. I think it was called a fab. Oh, memories. Right, so we've got that there. I'm just going to put that card out of the way so I don't make a mess of it. And I am using this alcohol. It is, you need to use something that's 99%. Anything less than that, it doesn't tend to work very well. So I have a little egg cup I'm using, and struggle with child safety caps. A little bit of alcohol in there, and then I'm going to get a large-ish brush and just splash it about. Then I can do little bits. To mix in with the big bits. And you can see it's just doing its thing. Do is kind of muddy and mix up the edges so that not quite so routine. All right, it is going crazy in the middle there now. Oops. So what I'm going to do is get my heat tool and just dry this up a bit. It will move some of the alcohol around as well. Okay, so you can see that I've lost quite a lot of the Tahitian tide there, so I can simply go back in and add some more. And try again with maybe a little less alcohol. Still do a couple of blobs. So you still get the effect. And honestly, every time you do this, you will have a completely different effect. So it's kind of dry. And what I'm going to do now is add in the heat embossing part. So, bring back my original card again. You'll see that I've kind of gone along the lines between the colour. So, to do that, I've got my Versamark ink refill. Just putting a squeeze, a drop of that on there, onto a clear block, and I've got a very fine paintbrush, incredibly fine, and I'm just getting that well and truly covered with the Versamark, and just kind of decide where I want to put it. Okay, do the same along here. Doesn't have to totally follow the lines. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Now, there will be pieces where there's quite a lot of ink and they will probably pick up some of the embossing powder as well. I wasn't concerned about that. I'm going to try this. Not sure it will make any difference. Like that. Okay. Bring in my embossing tools, little tray, and let's just sprinkle this silver heat embossing along where I think I put the Versamark ink. And then pick that up and shake it off. Okay, so I have another paintbrush because I'm not sure I want that bit there. And I can decide to take some of that off to make it a little bit thinner. And so on. Just going to leave that top line as it is actually. Okay, put that to the side and bring back the heat tool. Wow, that technique never gets old. So there are bits and pieces of silver not at the line. I'm absolutely cool with that. So Versamark, vellum is a little bit tricky to stick to a card base. Let's see how this is going to look on that. Like that. So I am using Stampin' Up's adhesive sheet. Okay, these come in a pack of 12 sheets that I think are 6 inches by 12 inches. Yep. Could have just read that on there, eh? 6 by 12. So it has a backing on this side and it's sticky on both sides. So I need to take this backing off, and there are a couple of ways to do it. Oh, sorry, because this is the sticky that's on here. Did that wrong. Right, so don't pull it off completely, just get the sticky there and put that near the top. As I say, my vellum is larger than I need it to be, and to try and not get bubbles under it. Okay, so that's one piece on. Then do the same, peel the backing down like so, and then just line that up with your first bit and peel it back, and then keep going with your third bit. Okay. Like so. And when I adhere that, oh, didn't heat that bit very well. I now know I'm chopping that bit off. Okay, so I'm going to chop this down. Let me just... get rid of that sticky. I don't want that on my trimmer. Right. Okay, so... I've got a straight edge there. I want to definitely keep a straight edge. And I want to take this down to 9.5, but I do want to take a little bit off there as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit off there. Turn that around. Line that up. 9.5. Take that off like so, and I'm going to take that bit that doesn't have any adhesive on it off, like that. I want this to be 13.5. Actually going to take a little bit extra off there. And this is just entirely up to you. Whether you want to have more of the red and less of the blue, or so on and so forth. So that is ready to go onto this piece and then onto my card base. Okay. So again, just peeling that off to get your super sticky. What I'm going to do is hope I've got this right. Start off there. Is that going to work out? Not quite, but going for it now. And then adding that on there. So you cannot see any glue on that vellum. It's nice and neat. And then I'm just going to pop that on to my card base. And then do a little bit of decoration. And a big block. I can just leave that there for a moment. And I will tell you about my decoration. I'm going to use the sentiment from Dainty Delight, sending love during this season of growth. And I have already done some die cutting with the Dainty Delights dies. I've cut this one in white, and then I've used these two with Sweet Sorbet, and I cut the larger ones twice, layered them up. This little one here I used with basic white to get the centers for them, and I did the same with the half flower, and I just moved one along a bit so that I get a double layer on that. It's just a little bit more full. Okay, so that's the Dainty Delight stamp set and dies. That's the word, Heather. So, sentiment, Orchid Oasis card, Orchid Oasis ink, this fits this stamp, this punch. So double oval punch, nice fit. I'm going to take a little slither off the bottom because it's not quite centered top to bottom. Like so. Use the white one for something else. A little scrap Orchid Oasis. Do that to back it. Now what I should have done was cut this with adhesive sheet as well, but I didn't. So I just need to add little bits of glue. That's a little bit too much glue onto these leaves. Yeah. Pop that along the side there. Lovely. And where am I going to put my flowers? One there, one in there, and sentiment. There's my two pieces. Let's just put them together. Love this colour. Glad we're getting another year out of this colour before it retires at being an in colour. Put it there, I think, with dimensionals. dimensionals or not? No, that's not. Let's just pop them straight on. Lovely. And the previous card, I used different die set, different stamp set, obviously different colours, and have I got some embellishments. Oh, I separated out my soon to retire embellishments not that long ago, like we're talking under an hour ago, and I don't know where to put them. So we'll stick with some that are not retiring then. Let's go. I don't have many that are not retiring. Let's go some iridescent pearls. And if you really wanted something to coordinate, then obviously you could use your Stampin Blends to colour them as well. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, then please do click on that subscribe button. And if you click on the bell, you'll get a notification the next time I upload my tutorial. And if you're interested in any of the products that I've used, there'll be a link to them in the description bar, and also a link to my blog post as well. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, take care. Bye bye.